What's up, everybody? It's Anthony, DJ Anthony from Wellness Week Live. So, today's episode, greed. Oh, my Lord. I'm not giving any legal advice or medical advice or any advice. I'm just talking to you. It's me and you. Okay. So, it's funny. We think about greed. We think about what? All billionaires are so greedy. These multimillionaires were greedy, so greedy. And, well, that may or may not be true. But I think more often than not, we really need to look in the mirror. Maybe you're greedy. Maybe I'm greedy. And you probably say, "How could you say that? I don't got $1 billion. Only billionaires are greedy." Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. I mean, I know billions and billions is a lot more than you'll ever need. But, well, let's start off with this. If you look up the definition of greedy, look it up. Look up the definition. I'll do it. I did it for you. The definition of greed from the dictionary states selfish desire for food, money, or possessions over and above one's needs. Needs. That's the operative word there. Needs. So it's what you need, wanting more than what you need. So, do you need to go on a vacation? Of course I do. I want. Well, no. Do you need a vacation? Do you need 5 pairs of shoes, 6 pairs of shoes, 7 pairs of shoes, 20 pairs? Do you need that? Do you need the latest smartphone? Why can't you have a smartphone that's 2 versions back? Do you need, to have the huge television on your wall? Why can't you have a smaller television? Do you need that? So what we need is food, water, shelter, safety, healthcare, whatever you need to do your job. But that's it. So you don't need to go on a vacation to that amusement park. You don't need that. You don't need to go skiing. You don't need to go to a bar and drink alcohol. You don't need that. You don't need. So if you follow definition, you are greedy. I am greedy. And those billionaires that we like to point fingers at, and I'm sure some of them are very greedy, but those billionaires, most of them were not billionaires when they were born. So we can go through the usual suspects. I don't have to say names, but they were not born billionaires. Most billionaires are not born billionaires. They're not even born millionaires. So they were average people, or even poorer than you or I, and they became billionaires, meaning that if you had the chance to become that billionaire, you would do the same thing. You would be a billionaire. So by definition, you're greedy too. But we don't even have to look at the billionaires, because look in the mirror. Again, do you have more media than you need? Do you need Instagram? Do you need Facebook? Do I need 2 pairs of sneakers? Do I need that? I don't. Do you need to hang out for the weekend at that place and, hang out with the boys, hang out with the girls? Do you need to have that chocolate cake or that ice cream? You don't need it. So again, by definition, you're greedy. You are. And it's not a joke. I mean, so when we talk about people who are greedy, we think about that rich person that's keeping everybody down. And that is a form of greed. They don't get a pass. But look in the mirror. I have to look in the mirror too. By definition, I am greedy. I have more than 1 pair of sneakers. I don't need 2 pairs of sneakers. So I go on vacation. I don't need to go on vacation. I don't need to have 2 tennis rackets. I don't even need to have a tennis racket. So I don't need, and I think it's so hypocritical and pontificating when people shit on the billionaires and the millionaires. When look in the mirror, though, greed is relative. It's again the definition. What's the definition? Look it up. Selfish desire for food, money, or possessions over and above one's need. So you have your dinner, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's it. You don't need snacks. You don't need dessert. You had your meal. You don't need that second serving. You're not going to get sick. You're not going to die. You don't need that. but you know, America especially, right? So I think that a lot of the world's here's where we get into murky waters, though. So how can we help others who really don't have food, don't have proper running water? How do we help them? You can say donate to charities, and that's true. But my point is, look in the mirror. Don't worry about the billionaire, the millionaire, or the person who has a few extra thousand than you do or I do. Like, look at you, And so I don't know. No one's saying live in a gutter, but you have a place to live. It's safe. You have food, you have shelter, 3 meals a day. You have your health care. You have your basic communication. You don't need the latest iPhone. You don't need that huge, you know, 60-inch, 70-inch television. You don't need that. Um, so you're greedy by definition. And again, I don't escape this either. So, but I think, we have to look at ourselves and say, you know, uh, greed is a state of mind. It's not the person or the dollar amount. It's what is your state of mind, you know. And so when we lust and we want, like, I have to have that latest car. Every 3 years, I get a new car. I lease a new car. Every 4 years, I lease a new car. Or that's greed. Why do you have to get that? Why do I have to get that? What do I? So I think when we understand want versus need, and we want what we have, we become happy. So this is why it ties into this wellness week episode, because a lot of our unhappiness is we live in a society where, coming this fall, the new version of this, you have to have this. And if you don't have this, then you don't have the dream. This is happiness, fill in the blank, right? Latest vacation, latest car, latest dress, latest pants, latest shoes, latest sneakers, latest watch, like if you don't have this, I just want to be happy. If I could just have, just that, like if I could just get that car, if I could just have that, and we're not even talking about mansions and yachts, but but it still doesn't mean you're not greedy. You could still be, oh, if I can just get that car, I'm not asking for a Ferrari, but just that car. No, no, no. You don't need that car. You need a basic, good used car. That's all you need. That's all you need. And so we're taught that, go to college and make that money and you get that big place and you get, we don't need, most of us don't need 2 bathrooms, 3 bathrooms. We don't need that. If you have a mother and a father, 2 kids, a bathroom is all you need. Full bath, shower, tub, toilet, sink. That's it. But what happens, right? All of us, and I'm guilty of it. I've lived in homes that had my own bathroom. Like that, I am greedy by definition. So I'm not just saying pointing a finger at you. I'm pointing a finger at me. So we're all guilty. Most of us, 99.99999%, And again, no one's saying live in a gutter or live in a tent, but again, you have a house, you have a car, you have your health care, you have, your food. I mean, just know when you're getting doubles and triples of things and you're getting more than you need, that's greed. And hey, that's okay, right? I mean, it's what we do. It's human nature. I think it calls for us too to say, well, how can I help others? You know, and I'm not saying you should hate yourself because you drive a nice car or you go on vacation. No, you should have that. But I think the real thing here is, well, then how can I help others though? And not just, yeah, throw in $2 or $3 in the basket at church. Help them out, help them out. I wrote a check for the kids. No, we have to do more than that, and it's relative. Whether you're making $1 billion a year, or you're making 200,000 a year, or you're making 20,000 a year, how can I give to others and help others? And it doesn't have to be, again, start this big foundation. That's great, but like, hey, literally, like I saw a person in this. They weren't even a bum. There was some lady was walking, and she. Long story short, I saw that she needed money because she was short. Instead of walking by and acting like I'm too busy on my phone, like, oh, this is my whole life, I was just like, hey, here's $1. Being aware around you. Like I see a family that they're at the local Wendy's, and I'm there and I see that they don't look like they got much. And I'm like, hey, excuse me, this one's on me. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. and I tell them, pay it forward. That's what I do, right? And again, I'm not saying, look at me, I'm great. I'm not some saint. Trust me, I'm a pain in the ass. I'm a sinner. I am greedy. But what I'm saying is, I think with the extra that we have, and I'm not saying give it all away, but I'm saying, what can we do, all of us, me and you, things like that, everyday things, to always be on the lookout every single day, not just, yeah, it's Christmas. There you go. It's a dollar more. Like, no, every day thinking, what can I do? Whether it be that, paying for that meal forward, or I see that person that was short, here is the extra couple bucks, whatever it is. Or, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my friend out for a lunch or a dinner. I know they don't have much, but, like things like that. Or maybe you don't have much, but what can you give? You know, what can you give? Even if it's hey, I'm gonna give a dollar, a nickel, something, my time. Hey, I know this person, is lonely. They're older, or they're hurting. They're going through a breakup. Hey, we haven't seen each other in a while. Let's go for a walk. That's giving of ourselves. Giving time is money, money is time, and to do it all the time. And when you do that, when you make life more than just me, 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 guess what happens? You become very happy. You become a trillionaire because you're giving of yourself. So maybe instead of going on 2 vacations a year, go on 1 vacation a year and use that extra money that you would have went on vacation. Maybe donate extra to your mosque or your synagogue or your church, or buy extra coats and blankets for the homeless shelter down the road from you in the next town and drop those off. Donate money to the local animal shelter. I donate goods, actual bones and blankets to the animal shelter. And again, I'm not saying look at me, but I'm saying things that we can do. And I don't donate much because I'm not some friggin' billionaire, but what can I do? What can we do? So that is the quality of life. If you want to have a truly, truly, truly happy life, be in service to others weekly, not once a year, weekly. And doesn't, maybe it's an extra hour of your time, 10 minutes of your time, somehow, some way. You don't have to even join an organization, but just, again, money, time, money, thinking, what can I do? And so when you are of service to others, aside from maybe what you do for work, but when you're in service of others, when you're helping others, either with time or money, your life becomes amazing. It becomes happy. I know that me giving my time to others has given me such happiness and joy, more so ever than the best vacation I ever been on. When I give my time or money to others, I always feel like, wow, that's better than a vacation. And trust me, you should try it too. You'll see. And again, not saying don't go on vacation. If you go on 3 vacations a year, maybe the fourth one, don't go on. And, and I'm not telling you what to do. You do you. But if you're feeling like your life is empty, if you're feeling like, I don't know, I mean, I just do stuff and I don't know, I'm successful. I got the nice car, the nice home and homes and, or whatever, but I don't know, I just don't feel. I'm going to tell you how to solve that emptiness in you. That is, give of yourself. Join an organization, volunteer, pay that food forward if you're online somewhere, or maybe take a friend out, or maybe donate to just a random charity. Like, I'll write checks to St. Jude's Hospital. I write checks to the United Negro College Fund, just because, other organizations that I'm affiliated with. And again, I'm not writing checks for $10,000. I'm not writing checks for $1 million. Here's a check for $5. You feel good. Or donate your time to your local library or your local church or synagogue or mosque or a community center. There, it's out there. And so you either have the time or you have the money. So that's what I'm saying. So that's how you counter this greed thing. And it works wonders. You feel better, you're stronger, you're happier. And so that's what we can do to counteract the innate greed that all humans have, because we all want more than we need. Even the person who's in the gutter, homeless, if they got out of that, right, and they moved into a nice place and they somehow got out of that whole rut, and they were living in a nice place and had money, guess what? Innately, they're going to want more than they need too, because it's human nature. But we are not wild animals. We can all counteract that, and so we do that through charity, through helping others, because guess what? It only helps you. It only helps me. It helps them. It helps us. it feeds into each other, the goodness. So you're helping others, but really you're helping yourself too. So it's a win-win. So that's greed, folks. I don't know. It's relative, and it doesn't have to be that way. We don't have to be greedy. We can still have a lot of great things in our lives, and we can have an abundance, but we have to give more. And again, I'm not saying you should be homeless, but that's how you live a truly happy life. Hope it helps, because I'm practicing it and it's working wonders for me. So anyways, that's it. Thanks. Tell me what you think in the comments. I'm signing off. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.